What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Big Ken, and I'm back with another hit because you guys already know I don't miss. And this is day 3 of me posting every day. My goal is to get 100k subscribers. So today I'm going to be yapping away. The topic is 16 and pregnant. So stay for that because I want to know you guys' opinion. But before we do that, I'm gonna go outside. But look at this meal my mom bought me, y'all. It's a loaded potato. This is the surf and turf. They got steak, shrimp, and broccoli, all inside of a potato, baked potato. But I know y'all look so good, making y'all hungry. But today we're gonna go outside for this topic, just because I want to get some grounding in, and so I'll meet y'all outside. Thank you for meeting me outside, you guys. We outside. It's kind of a gloomy day. It says it's gonna be 90 today, but you know, Jersey weather is bipolar. We in summertime and still, like, one day is sunny, the next day is not. But I want to come out here and ground. I don't know if you guys be doing that, but it's real healthy, you know, to touch some grass. And don't come at my grass, y'all, because like I said, we ain't have really good sunny days. But this is me grounding. And I don't know if y'all know what that is, but yes, that's what I do. I ground myself. And the loaded potato that I showed y'all is called full potato. So if you haven't tried it, I say go try it. Also, mine was just the plain surf and turf. That's what it come with: the shrimp, the steak, and the broccoli. But you could get it with cheese. My mom and them got cheese on there. It looked good. Actually, I had got cheese on mine, and my sister, she didn't know that she didn't get cheese on hers. So, because she said she just wanted the regular, so she thought it came with cheese. So she actually wanted cheese. So I was kind enough, and I just switched with her. And now I'm gonna eat mine without cheese. But I'm sure it's still gonna be a 10 out of 10 because the little potato is always 10 out of 10. You guys seen it was literally loaded to the top. But yeah, today's topic, I wanted to talk about 16 and pregnant. And I wanted some of y'all thoughts, so please comment below and tell me how y'all feel about this topic. Me personally, I know people that's 16 and pregnant. I know like their story. I know how they were raised and things like that. So I'm gonna go a little bit based off of that. But when a teenager is that young and they get pregnant, do you guys think it's the teenager fault, or do you think it's their parents' fault, like their mom and dad fault? Because I know some people will want to blame the young teenager, like, oh, it's them, they were being grown. But I say it falls back on the parent, and the parent wasn't doing a good job. And this doesn't go for most parents, because some parents, you know, are active and in their children's life, and they're there for their children. They're doing all the right steps, and maybe they got to work hard, you know, work overtime, you know, to keep a roof over their head, and they can't monitor their kids, like their teenagers, like they want to. So, you know, things can happen in that nature. But this is for the parents that, I'm going off the parents that aren't active in their kids' life that they should be. Because for one, what do you guys think it takes to be a parent? Because a lot of people think keeping a roof over a child's head and having clothes on their back and make sure they're well fed is parenting. And that's part of parenting. But I believe that kids also need that emotional love from their parents, the physical love from their parents. You know, it's all around circle, all around aspect. And so my opinion on some kids that get 16 and pregnant is, if their mother or father is not active in their life, then it's a possibility it's going to happen. Nowadays, a lot of kids don't have their father, and it's sad. But for the most part, everybody grows up with a mother. That's one thing. Like, our moms really show up and show out for us, and that's something that we can't deny. So, if, in my opinion, if a mother is in their child's life like they're supposed to be, they really could avoid their child being 16 and pregnant. Because for one, once your child is sexually active, you're able to have that conversation with them of ways of protecting themselves, so that way they could avoid not only pregnancy, but STDs as well, right? And if they don't have that parent in their life to teach them about being 16 and pregnant, it's like, how do you expect them to go out there with that type of knowledge once they start being sexually active? You know, they don't have that knowledge, and when you know better, you do better. I know someone that their parents aren't that active in their life and stuff, so it resulted into them becoming young and pregnant. And it's sad when we see younger or kids or teenagers, because in this generation it's kids raising kids, and kids aren't even able to enjoy like being a kid or a teenager because their parent is not in their lives. So you have the mother maybe out in the streets chasing a nigga, and if the mother's out in the street chasing a guy, the oldest child is always at home with their siblings. Now they have that role of becoming, looking like the mother, you know, like they have to make sure their older siblings is fed or up for school, things of those natures. And it's sad when a parent put that on a child, because you're literally taking away that childhood, and you're literally making that child grow up faster than they need to be. And we all know once you're adult, like it's not easy. Like, you know, a lot of people make it look good, and that's wonderful, but it's not easy being an adult. Some days, you know, it has its ups and its downs. It has its pros and its cons, just like everything in the world. So if a mother is chasing a dude and they have their child in the house raising their siblings, you know, that child is already growing up faster, and then you're also taking that childhood away from them, and it might want them to, it leads to them, you know, experiencing life, you know, which, you know, everybody gets to that point where they're sexually active, and then it could lead to them being pregnant. And then once a person is pregnant, you know, the most funny thing to me is like the mothers, that's when they want to be a mother, like, oh, abort the baby, or you're not having a child under my roof, like you're gonna have to go live somewhere else or something like that. And it's so sad, because it's like, especially sad for the parents that is not in their child's life, like out in the streets, because it's like that child probably wants to bring their child in the world so they could give their child the love that they didn't get from you. So people just gotta do better. And I know opinions are like pennies, you know, people don't ask for them all the time, or whatever, but this is my unpopular opinion. If you're not in your child's life and they get young and they get pregnant, you cannot really be upset at them, because you as a parent failed them. You failed your child as a parent to give them that love, or to give them that guidance for them to avoid being 16 and pregnant. And I feel like adults, like, they're scared to take accountability that, okay, I wasn't doing the job that I was supposed to do. I wasn't being the best mother. I wasn't showing up for my daughter. I wasn't showing up for my son. And I really, like, you know, talk about females, teenagers, because 9 times out of 10, like I said, what they say, daddy's maybe, mama's always daddy's maybe, because regardless if the dad want to be in that child's life or not, the mother at the end of the day has to pick up the pieces and be mommy and daddy at the same time. So I feel like if you're not active in your child's life and they get 16 and pregnant, you should be as supportive as possible if they want to keep the child, or if they don't want to keep the child, you know. And this is just my opinion, but I want y'all to comment below and let me know, how do y'all feel about that topic, and who fault do you guys think it is when a teenager is 16 and pregnant? If the child, mother or father, is not in their life, like the loving, supportive, emotionally way, you know, they just might, you know, keep food in the house, keep a roof over their head, and keep clothes on their back. But then the parents always out in the street chasing a guy or a girl, and leaving their oldest child in the house with other kids to take care of while the mother or father is out. Who do you guys think fault it is if the child gets pregnant, or if a young male gets a female pregnant? Is it the mother fault, or is it the teenager fault? Like I said, this is my opinion, and I believe it's the parents' fault. Like, you failed your child. You should have showed up more for them, especially if you was not in their life, and to give them love and support. And you should just be supportive of their decision, if they want to keep the child or if they don't. I know it's hard. It will be hard, because you don't want people to judge you, like, oh, how did they teenager get pregnant, and then if they want to keep it, like, how they gonna go about raising a child and everything like that. Like, you could explain that to a teenager, like, it's gonna be hard, and they might can hear you, but because they had to grow up so fast already, and then they didn't have that love themselves, they're willing to do it. Like, they're probably like, I done took care of my brother or my sisters, like, I could do this. Or maybe they just doing it because they're like, I want that love that I didn't ever have from their parents, and maybe they're like, I'm going to be a different parent with my child, and I'm going to raise them with love and affection and everything. So you guys comment below, and thank you for watching this video, and just I want to hear y'all opinions, because I'm open-minded. So, and also I want to let y'all know that I'm going to be doing a cash giveaway for the people that support me posting every day until I hit 100K subscribers. And the way that you can win that, I'm gonna do a separate video about it, but I'm just gonna throw a little bit in here right now. The way that you could become a participant to win that is, you definitely have to be following me on all my social media platforms. That's my Instagram, my TikTok, my Snapchat, and you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. And the best way to push your luck of being that winner is being active, engaging with my videos. So that means giving the video a thumbs up, watching the video to the end, and dropping a comment, even if it's just a heart. But the engagement has to be there for this winner. I'm not sure the cash amount that the prize is going to be, but for my old viewers, you guys know I've done that plenty of times, giveaways, cash giveaways. And for my new subscribers, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for subscribing. And if you didn't know I do that sometimes. So, and I plan on doing that with this posting every day challenge that I'm challenging myself to do. So, like I said, comment below, tell me your opinion. How do you feel? Whose fault is it when a teenager gets pregnant? Is the parents' fault, or is it the teenager fault? And I understand kids could be grown these days. So, like I said, I'm open-minded. Let me know. And also, comment below any topics you want me to talk about with you guys, or videos you guys would like to see. But Big Ken out.